Hi everyone, welcome to week 4. During this week we're going to be discussing two parts. The first part is women parole officers covering male inmates. And I don't want to get too deep into this because I want you to be able to think about this on your own a little bit in more detail. But you might want to revolve your discussion responses around active listening skills, and just natural patience. Some of the male parole officers that I've encountered over the years tend to seem to be black and white and cut and dry. Give me the information and check the box and move forward. Whereas most of the female parole officers tend to be more patient and look at the context of the case. So that sums up what I want to share in this video without having to kind of guide the discussion. The second part of your week in your individual assignments is the concept of prison privatization. So there are a lot of negative aspects with regards to privatization, meaning that a private company like the American Correctional Corporation supervises and maintains custody of offenders versus a state system. There are some, as I mentioned, some negatives that are associated with this. There's a lack of training. Most state academies run between 8 and 12 weeks. Some other states' academies can run all the way up to 20 weeks. In a private privatization for prisons, we see that there's a lack of training, meaning that they may have between 2 and 4 weeks of training. They have a significantly paid less, and there's a higher rate of recidivism of the offenders. There's a higher rate of workers' compensation among the officers, and there's a higher rate of inmate-on-inmate assaults. We also have to keep in mind the stakeholders that invest into these prisons. Is there profit with prisons? And we hear this argument in the industry often. And when you think about it, if a prison is doing its job in rehabilitating its offenders and seeking to lower the recidivism rate, then in the state system, it's doing its job. Conversely, if you think about private prisons that are run by corporations, the profit comes in with increased inmate counts. So is the goal really to rehabilitate the offender? I'll let you think about that while you continue to compose your papers. If you have any questions, as always, please feel free to reach out to me.